Welcome to Sai Chaitanya Iit Academy, Badwe. Okay, in the last class we have discussed units and measurement. Now, in the last class we have discussed what is a fundamental physical quantity and a derived physical quantity. So, these are the topics which we have discussed in the last class. Now, today's class we are going to discuss about the unit of measurement. In the last class, we said that the physical quantity will have a complete meaning only when it is measured. So, for a physical quantity to have a complete meaning, it should be compulsory measured. So, here the measured should be followed by one standard reference. That standard reference is known as unit. For any physical quantity to measure, we should follow one standard reference. That standard reference is known as unit. For example, we go to shop and ask 2 kg of sugar. Here, 2 kg, it gives the mass of the sugar. Here, kg, it is a unit. Here, if you take a sugar, 2 kg, what it means? It gives the mass. That means, in order to measure the mass, we require one standard reference that is known as unit. That unit is kg. Different physical quantities need different standard reference. So, for example, if you take another physical quantity, that is length. So, for this length, it also required one standard reference to measure. That standard reference is meter. For mass, the standard reference is kilogram. In the same way, the standard reference for time, it is second. So, in order to measure the standard reference for mass, it is kilogram. In order to measure for length, the standard reference is meter. In order to measure the time, the standard reference is second. This kilogram, meter, second, they are known as units. They are known as units. Already we have discussed in the last class this mass, length, time. They are fundamental physical quantities. Hence, this becomes fundamental units. So, what are fundamental units? The units which represents the fundamental physical quantities are known as fundamental units. In the same way, the units which represents the derived physical quantity are known as derived units. So, the units which used to represent the derived physical quantities are known as derived units. First example for derived physical quantity is area, volume, speed, velocity. These are derived physical quantities. In order to represent or in order to measure this derived physical quantity, we require some standard reference. That standard reference are known as derived units. So, area, meter square, volume meter cube, speed meter per second. In the same way, velocity, it is also same unit, meter per second. Here, these units are known as derived units. Why they are known as derived units means because they are used to represent the derived physical quantities. Hence, they are known as derived units. So, we come across two types of units, that is fundamental units and the second one is derived units. So we can say that a unit, a standard reference to measure any physical quantity directly or indirectly, that is known as unit. So units are classified into two types, that is fundamental unit and the derived unit. Some example for fundamental unit are meter, kilogram, second. And the same way, some example for derived units are meter square, meter cube, and meter per second, meter per second. These are the example for derived unit. Okay. If you take an ant, if anyone asks what is the length of ant, it may be in millimeter because the size is very small, so it may be in millimeter. In the same way, if you want to measure the table length, it may be in meter or centimeter. In the same way, if you want to measure the length of the person, it may be in feet or centimeter. For example, if you want to measure the distance, that is from Nellore to Kadapa, here we are using kilometer or miles. Here, for ant, we are measuring the length. For table, also we are measuring the length. For person, also we are measuring the length. For distance between Nellore to Kadapa, also we are measuring the length. Here, the physical quantity is same, but we are having different units. For ant, it is millimeter. For table, it may be meter or centimeter. For person, it may be foot or centimeter. Distance between Nellore to Kadapa, it is kilometer. The physical quantity is same, but the units are different. From this, we can understand that the same physical quantity will have different units. In the same way, if you take mass, the mass may be measured in grams, kilograms. So if it is big, we are going to measure in kilograms. If it is very small, we are going to measure in grams. If you take the wrestling persons, their weight are going to be measured in pounds. Here also the physical quantity is same, but we are having different types of units, that is grams, kilograms, pound. So why the same physical quantity will have different units means we are having different types of systems. So now we are going to discuss about different types of systems. The three different types of systems are FPS, CGS, MKS. In FPS system, the length is measured in foot. In FPS system, the mass is measured in pound. In FPS system, the time is measured in second. Similarly, in CGS system, the unit of length is centimeter, the unit of mass is gram, the unit of time is second. When you come to the MKS system, the unit of length, it is meter, the unit of mass, it is kilogram, the unit of time, it is second. So this FPS system, it is also known as British system. When you come to the CGS system, it is also known as French system. When you come to the MKS system, it is known as metric system. Here we can convert foot to centimeter, centimeter to meter. We can convert pound to gram, gram to kilogram. For example, if you take, we want to convert foot to centimeter. We know that 1 foot equal to 30.48 centimeters. In the same way, if you want to convert centimeter to meter, we know that 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. In the same way, in order to convert gram to kilogram or pound to gram, we can convert. So 1 pound equal to 454 grams nearly. In the same way, 1 kilogram equal to 1000 grams. In this way, we can convert from one system to another system. But here there is some problem. What is that problem means? In order to do business with other countries, it may be problem. Why means? Each country is going to follow one type of system. If each country follow one type of system, there will be some problem. So in order to overcome this problem, they have introduced a new system that is known as SI system, that is known as System of International or SI system, International System. In this international system, there are 7 basic units. They introduced 7 basic units and 2 supplementary units. Now we are going to see what are the 7 basic units and 2 supplementary units. So already we know 7 fundamental physical quantities. Seven fundamental physical quantities are length, mass, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, intensity of light. The unit for length is meter, the unit for mass, it is kilogram, the unit for time, it is second, the unit for temperature, it is Kelvin, the unit for electric current, it is ampere, the unit for amount of substance, it is mole, the unit for intensity of light, it is candela. Now we are going to see the symbols for this. Meter, M, kilogram, kg, second, S, Kelvin, K, ampere, A, mole, MOL, candela, CD. Here, while writing the units, we want to note 2 important things. The first important thing is, while you are writing the units of a scientist, if the physical quantity is followed by a scientist name, for example, force, the unit for force, it is Newton. While you are writing the full name, you should write with small letters, Newton. You should not write Newton like this. Only if the unit is followed by a scientist name. While you are writing the symbol, you should write as capital letters, not small letter. So this is wrong method and this is wrong method. While you are writing full name, you should start with small letters. While you are writing the symbol, you should start with capital letter N. So only for the scientist name. That means if the unit is followed by a scientist name, that in the same way force, temperature, Kelvin, it is the name, so we should write with capital K symbol. So at the same time, we are having 2 supplementary physical quantities, that is plane angle and solid angle. For plane angle, the unit is radian. For solid angle, the unit is steradian. These are the topics which are related to the units. Okay, have a nice day.